Morning, my name is Stefan Foucher. I'm the host of Africa Sportsman Show. I'm standing next to Tini Bamberger from Warthog Safaris. Next to him is my good friend Koenie Meyer. Koenie will be looking to hunt his first lion this week. So Tini, please tell us the plan of action.
Yes guys, hopefully we'll pick up some good spoor this morning. This is our first day. It's the change of seasons now, the wind's blowing quite a bit. So as soon as we pick up a spoor, we'll try and determine which area and which direction the lion's going into, and then we'll take it from there.
And Koenie, you're going to be using your 375?
Yeah, 375
what ammo have you loaded?
This is a 300 grain Nosler partition.
Okay.
At around 2,450 feet per second.
Yeah, that's perfect. I see you took your scope off.
Yeah.
Tini, it is quite thick in here at some places. So definitely open sights is the better option if you can shoot straight.
Yeah, I think so. You know, it's going to be real close range. We haven't had good range, but it's still early in the season, so it's very thick.
Yeah.
The brush is thick, and I don't foresee that we'll be shooting over 30 yards at the most, probably.
And yeah, at your place it's always the same rules. There's not only one lion in the camp.
No, there's multiple lions, and you know, we'll have to go and see what we find.
But we're looking for a big male this week, so hopefully we can get Koenie a nice trophy. Thanks guys. Let's cut down a tree and we can start dragging the roads.
Okay, groete vir Sproete.
We found some tracks, but looks to be about 2-3 days old, so it's a good thing to be covering them. So we have a fresh start in all the roads. So we have about an hour left. We're reaching that point now. We are starting to cover some of our tracks of earlier the day, so we don't want to miss a spoor. So that's why we're walking on the tracks. If we miss something now, I mean that's going to be crucial if we miss it. So that's why we're walking. What do you say? We have another hour left.
I think we have about an hour left. We'll keep pushing. Basically, even if we just find good solid spoor, we've been seeing some tracks on and off today, but nothing that we were confident that was actually today's tracks, or and even if it was early this morning's tracks, you're 7, 8, 9 hours behind it. It wouldn't help you. You're trying to find a track that's no more than 2.5, 3 hours old.
Yeah.
If you catch it in the morning, usually by the middle of the day you'll catch up to it when it's getting warm and they're starting to bed down. But right now we haven't found anything. We've pretty much covered quite a bit of the area. We dragged most of the main roads, so hopefully we'll pick up some good spoor tomorrow. But you know, we've been working on your and Koeni's diet all day, so I'm glad you guys can carry those big rifles, and we'll continue with my Atkins diet tomorrow.
Thank you, Tini. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Tini. Yeah, so the first day is over now. We saw some lion tracks this morning. It was exciting. It was all old tracks. So we went through the day. We walked a bit. We pulled the branches over a lot of roads, and it just made me realize that a big part of the experience and of the challenge is to get the lions, to get the spoor, to get to the lions. So it was fun. It was a hard day's work. We haven't seen the lions yet. Hopefully in the morning, when we get there, we'll get some fresh spoor and we'll be able to get on the tracks of the lions and then see what we can find. So I'm looking forward to a good night's rest and then to a good day's hunting in the morning. So this is our second morning early. We are hoping to find some fresh spoor over the road where we dragged the branches yesterday, and hopefully we can get on the spoor of the lions early this morning and find them.
There was a lot of activity here during the night. Werner and the team are still determining how many lions was here. But we found some fresh tracks, so now the main focus is to find a single male track heading in a certain direction that we can follow. So that's what they're busy doing now.
Koeni, we finally found some good sign. They either fighted here last night or marked his territory, but there's a lot of mane laying around, and you can actually tell by looking at it. It's nice and dark, so hopefully we'll catch up with it soon. Let's try and, you know, we've seen where they were crossing a road this morning, and we are on some fresh tracks now, and the guys has actually spotted the lion. We just want to make sure that it's the lion that we are after. We're really after a real old big black mane male, and let's see if we can catch up with it to make sure it's the right one, and if it is, hopefully we'll get a shot.
It was overcast yesterday and this morning again. There was a strong wind blowing, and now we're experiencing some rain. Very, very thankful for the rain. And luckily we saw the lion up maybe, I don't know, a kilometer ahead of us in the road. So at least we know where he is now. And Tini has confirmed that it is the correct one through his binder. So, but yeah, a little bit of a bad situation with the rain because of the spoor will be washed away, but we know where the lion is now. So even if it rains for quite a bit and all the spoor is gone, we know where to start looking. So we're gonna wait it out here a bit. Found some little bit of shade, or not shade, cover from the rain. So yeah, we're gonna wait a bit and then we're gonna continue. He's lying in a road ahead of us, so we're just waiting for the rain to stop.
Yeah, we had a nice lunch now. The rain has stopped.
Yeah, it's still heavily overcast,
Yeah.
but it has stopped.
But at at least maybe we'll get some nice the spoor, get on the spoor of that big lion now.
Yeah, everything is done now. There's nothing left. So whatever tracks we see now will be very fresh. So we've got a lot of time. Yeah, we came back early and we had an early lunch, so there's more than half of the day still left. And with these conditions, hopefully the lion will be moving. It's not too hot for them, and yeah, we just need to find them and then keep up. Good luck.
Thank you.
We physically saw him, went into the bush, and then it started to rain heavily. So after that, because we covered this road, after that these tracks have been made by that line. We're gonna just try and determine where these tracks go and where they go in, and then what the plan will be is to go around this block and check the other roads on the opposite side.
Well, Kuni, I think let's call it a day. Today was a tough day. I mean, early this morning we started off with some solid spoor. We managed to see a good lion that we were really wanting to get, and then it went into a mountain where we couldn't really follow the spoor, and we decided to give it some time. We went to eat, went back, and never saw the track again. So it either rained a little bit too much or it never went out of that block. But the little bit of rain helped a lot, so I think we'll pick up some good spoor again tomorrow.
Well, Kuni, this is the morning of day 3. We had some wonderful rain last night. The guys calculated it at 39 millimeters, which is a total blessing for this area. But yeah, so the disadvantage we have this morning is we start from scratch.
Yeah.
All the tracks, there's a big positive, like Werner said this morning. There's no old tracks now. Anything we come across now is fresh and new. Yeah, this is quite cool. Change of season. Let me just show you here. This is how cold it is. Here's our cameraman.
A little bit cold today, guys.
Gary. So yeah, so we're gonna have a quick coffee and start the day.
Let's do it. We've spotted a female lion there in front in the grass. We're gonna look and see if we can't find the male lion as well. And let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's keep on doing what we're doing, drag a little bit. We almost thought we're gonna get lucky today, but then we had that good rains last night. We never found decent spoor to work with. Today we've seen some tracks that was in the rain, but nothing after the rain. So somewhere that male lion that we saw late yesterday gave us a slip, and we didn't catch up with it. And it's day 3. We managed to see that lioness earlier today in the tall grass. We first thought it was a warthog and then discovered it was a lioness. But there should have been another male there. But the male that we are after went into that rocky area and never came out. That's what we think.
We think it never came out, but there is some rocky areas that you could have crossed, and then, you know, we were so focused on that area because that's where we saw him.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, 3 days done. Now we start from scratch again. It's almost the end of day 3. We have, I don't know, half an hour or so of daylight left. We're gonna continue looking, eh?
So let's make a final round and wrap it up for the day, but we still have a few minutes. Let's go.
Let's go for the best.
Well, Queenie, if the 4th day we've picked up some spoor, it doesn't look too good because it seems like these lions are staying right in this rocky hill or mountain or whatever you want to call it, but very difficult tracking terrain. We managed to pick up a spoor and it's in here and we actually don't have nothing to go on. So
Let's try our best.
let's keep looking. We're gonna just crisscross this area and see if we pick up a spoor. Let's go. But it's hopefully we'll go out of this rocky area and we'll be able to follow it.
Okay, good.
The mane is still stuck on the branch. Going up this way.
It's just amazing how these guys can pick up a spoor in these rocks, but they just got a fresh one now again.
It's lion country. Yo, Harold.
Halfway hoor, ons recharged, resting the feet a bit. The mountain got the better of us after 4 days, so we're calling it an early night with a nice water after a lovely meal from Ananya. So we'll be up 5 o'clock tomorrow morning again, looking for that mountain lion we're hunting here at Tilly's place.
Day number 5. Weather is a bit rainy, a bit wet. That's why I've got my raincoat on. So let's see if we can get some tracks and take it as it comes.
Yeah, well, Kuna, this is turning into a very exciting lion now. Longer than we anticipated, but yeah, that's how it goes. It shows you this is not a. I mean, this is as wild. We talked about it this whole week. This is as wild as you're gonna get it in the modern Africa, with our modern model we created, with privately owned land and privately owned animals, and the value on these animals only comes from hunting. Yes, there's some breeding as well, just like any form of cattle or sheep or dogs or whatever. There is of that, but what we're doing here is hunting, and just shows you. I mean, you can have a fence around a big property. I mean, the size of the property we're hunting in. The lion, for the last 3 days, has been in an area that only covers 5% of that whole area. We've hunted them there for 3 days in that area, 5%. I mean, there's no fences in there. There it's totally open, so the whole thing is ring fenced outside to keep Tini's animals that he owns in here, for him to have his operation run for the next 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 years. So that model, and it's sustainable, because he shoots the old trophy animals and the young ones can come in. And but it just shows you again on the lion hunting, which is a controversial topic, that thing can be. I mean, these lions walk here. Some of them walk here for 6 months. So yeah, it's as wild as you're gonna get it in the modern world, and it just shows it's still. I think it's more exciting than any bait hunt you can ever do. Sitting in a blind downwind, waiting for a hungry cat to come and eat something. I don't condemn it at all. That is the way you hunt a lion or a leopard or whatever. But I think in the South African model, the way we do it is much more exciting. We struggle a bit more. There's time out of our offices and out of our whatever, but I mean, this is what we chose to do, and we do it. So all in all, in the rain, in the sun, difficult terrain. I think this is a dream hunt. So let's go out there and look for your lion.
Let's try again. Day number 5.
Okay, well, this rain is really influencing our hunt. We've been struggling. It's day 5 now. We're very thankful for the rain. We've been coming through a very dry period now, but we're grateful for the rain, and we're trying to pick up some spoor in the rain. So if we pick up something right now, the line is just about got to be in the tracks, because it's been washing the tracks away for the past couple days. So we'll keep trying.
We tried this morning. We were out there for about 2 hours and covering some of our own tracks. I mean, the rain just keeps washing it away, so it's half senseless. I mean, we try to stay dry with some black bags, and you got a shitty poncho from our cameraman that also doesn't work. He's gonna go and return that. But yeah, we're gonna set it out. There's no way we can. Not because we don't want to. It's senseless driving there, and half an hour later your own tracks are washed away. So we're gonna have to set it out. We don't know where the lions are. We don't know where any lion is, what is there. So let's have a nice coffee and maybe a brunch or something. And Tini said the forecast is another 2 or 3 hours. Then it might clear up. So
let's see what happens.
Get some dry clothes on. We just found some fresh spoor in the same area we've been hunting for the last 3 days. So now we just need to determine which way it's going. But it's still right next to this thick piece of mountain. We're on top of this mountain. So it could be anywhere, either side of the road, and either side of this track. So we just need to determine which one is on top of each other, so we can check which direction he went, and then we need to start looking for the track that goes into the bush and see if we can follow it. Like you've seen for the last 3 days, it's almost impossible to track something in there, but we have to give it a go.
We followed the spoor. We saw a lion not too long ago, the lion that we were after, and we managed to track it back up to this mountain where it's been hanging out for the past few days. And what happened now is something that I've seen many times over the years. They actually circle and then would go back on the same spoor. So here we are back where we walked about half an hour ago, and the lion crossed here. So it's difficult with these rocks, and the rain we had, the soil is very hard. It doesn't leave a good print, so we're going to be struggling a little bit, but we hope to pick it up from here again.
How do you guys feel?
Tired.
Well, this is it for day 5. I don't know, I think we've been averaging about 12 kilometers a day, which doesn't seem to be a lot, but if you have to do it in this mountain with loose rocks up and down, it becomes tough. So what do you think?
No, it's definitely tough, but I do feel that we are getting closer to it.
Only thing I feel is that we're getting one hell of a workout. so besides the workout, I don't know what else we are getting. But
At least we saw it very nicely today from that mountain top when it just came out of the bushes beneath us.
We've had several encounters, or actually where we saw it, but never within shooting range. You can see this lion is know this terrain by heart. He knows exactly each and every rock here. He knows how to elude us. There's absolutely nothing we can do. He can hear us way before we ever get close to it. And we've tried a few things. We dragged the road around this mountain, hoping that it would go out. But this morning it was close, and then it did exactly what we didn't want it to do. It came all the way back up on this mountain, and it does what every single lion I've hunted in my life. A lot of them, once they realize that you are actually tracking them, they will crisscross their own tracks and be on top of your own tracks. I mean, this is a huge area where they can go to, but they tend to come back to an area they like. They decide they like this bush, they know how to elude you, they know how to get away from you, and they hang out in these bushes. Let's go drink. I mean water.
I just was about to say you're gonna have to drink milk because the camp's whiskey's done after 4 nights. Okay, we're on the 6th morning of your lion hunt here. Tini, you told me last night that as far as you can recall, this is maybe the toughest thing you have done with a rifle over your shoulder.
No, definitely. Physically and mentally. But yeah, I don't think I've ever hunted this long to get a single species.
And this hard, I mean,
Yeah, no,
the time that goes by is one thing.
Yeah.
But the way you spend that time, this climbing and with a heavy gun on your shoulders on a rocky area, thick as hell. You know, you have to maneuver. It takes a bit out of your body. So
you can feel it, or I can feel it definitely.
no, for sure.
Especially this morning.
Yeah. And we're not the two fittest guys on the planet either. So, but yeah, we're gonna take this day just as any other day. The sun is coming up. The guys are already busy looking for some spoor. We dragged this whole block that we've chased this lion in for the last 4 days. Well, 4 days exactly. So we're just gonna proceed on the drag marks of yesterday. And hopefully we pick up a fresh spoor and we know where to start.
I hope so too.
Okay.
Let's go.
We just found a spoor there that's on the track marks that we made this morning. Meaning that lion passed our track marks after we've passed, so the spoor is on those track marks. We'll see where it leads now.
Finally, Tini, after flipping 4.5 days, this lion has come out of the mountain. We've seen him 3 or 4 times. Couldn't have been really close. So it will be easier to follow the track out here in the open. So we hope we've 800, 900 meters already from the mountain. So hopefully he keeps this course. It's going to be a lot easier to track him here, and the sun is starting to beat down now. So hopefully he will be somewhere in the shade.
So it's half past 2 now. We've been chasing this lion since 7 o'clock this morning, non-stop. We've been on its tracks.
7.5 hours straight,
yeah.
without resting, and him also not resting.
Yeah, you can see sometimes when you get closer, the tracks get closer together where he runs it.
Yeah.
We saw him 4 or 5 times already, just glimpses of him. So it's the morning of day 7. Tightening the branch to drag the roads again. We're going to look for some spoor now and see if we can maybe get some fresh spoor to start the day off, and hopefully we'll get the lion today. 7th day might be our lucky day.
Although it's very disappointing, I think, to end the hunting week without a hunting trophy, there's some sense of satisfaction in a weird way. Am I right?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we've been battling with this, especially with lion hunting, but not only lions. There's a couple of different species that we're struggling with legislation and import, export, and all that stuff. And one of the big reasons was, especially on the lion side, it's there's not much in it to hunt a lion in an enclosed area. Irrespective of the size, we everything according to legislation. But I think this just shows you once again that I think this is one of the ultimate hunts you can do. Kuni, what do you think?
Yeah, well, this was definitely the ultimate hunt for me up to this point in my life. The most difficult hunt I've ever done for sure, ever.
So you guys calculated all the 7 days together. You guys were close to 100 kilometers or so.
Yeah, almost very close to.
So it was definitely draining. Okay.
Yeah, I think, Kuni, this is the end of 7 days of hunting. Unfortunately, we don't have much more time right now. But like you say, it was a very challenging hunt. And like you say, Stefan, it's a very controversial topic. People always have an opinion about size of land, about acreage. They're always concerned about it, and then on top of everything else, the species that we are hunting. But right now, Kuni, you both, and Stefan, you guys can really say, I mean, for almost 3 days, we were hunting a lion and we're not in an area more than 250 acres. We just stayed in a small part, no fences, but a small portion of the property. And it's just to show you that it doesn't always matter. Size does not always matter when it comes to the area that you're hunting in, but the terrain really makes a big difference.
That's what's happening, for sure.
So, and, yesterday we had walked 20 kilometers, we had almost how many encounters so far?
6 or 7.
It was 6 or 7 encounters. And it was just not possible to get a good, clean, killed shot. So, but, it's, like you say, somewhat disappointing because we haven't smoked a cigar yet, but I hope that we'll be seeing you back here again within the next couple of weeks. The permit is still valid, so we are still good to go. The lions are still there. We've seen multiple lions while we were hunting there. We've seen numerous other game species, and I think it was, like I say, it was challenging. It was very challenging for me too. I have to say it's the first time in my hunting career that somebody goes home after 7 days and didn't get his lion. And like you say, it's a unique experience. It's a different part of the country, different methods of hunting.
For sure. So, if you want to challenge, this is it. If you want to challenge, I think this is
No, definitely. That's it. Yeah, Tini, thank you. It's a great experience for me. I heard a lot of things coming here to hunt a lion. There was a lot of things that people told me, it's do this and that's easy and this. But I can go home now without my lion and tell him that this is really a challenge. And yeah, thanks. It's a great hunt. It was a great experience here with you. And the service was excellent.
Yeah.
Your trackers are phenomenal. Yeah, thank you very much. I enjoyed it very much.
See each other in a couple of weeks.
Definitely. I'll definitely be back.
Thanks, indeed.
Well, Kuni, Stefan, here we are, back again. We took a little break from the activities we had for last week, and we had several encounters on this lion hunt. We're back now, actually starting day 8 after a short break we took. But let's see what the day brings, and it's nice and early. We've already spotted or seen some good spoor. Let's take it from here and see what we get for the day.
Great.
See what happens.
Yeah, we got some fresh tracks this morning. Tini did a lot of preparation work yesterday evening, just before we got here, in terms of dragging some road. So we got a fresh track. We went over these same mountains that we hunted so hard a couple of weeks ago, a couple of days ago. So we just lost the track here. Well, we can't find it yet again. So we're thinking that he might be back in those mountains. So we're going to circle around. We drag this road now, and then we're going to pick it up from where we found those last fresh tracks over the road. We'll start on foot. Well, Koenie, this is the end of day 8. A pretty grueling day and a disappointing day. But tell us about it. You saw the lion numerous times today. We split up a little bit, trying to to get ahead of him in a sense in checking where he crosses the road and whatever. But we just couldn't. He just kept evading us.
No, he outsmarted us. No, we saw him about 6 or 7 times today. But we were in the mountain the whole day.
The one time we were like 4 or 5 meters from him.
Yeah, we were very close, but we were in the mountain the whole day. That lion never came out of that mountain at all.
Yeah, so
I'm pretty tired of being in the mountain. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's not the first time we walked that mountain. So
I know it like the palm of my hand by now.
the only one that knows it better than you is that lion at the moment. So the sun is busy setting. We're gonna close off the day. Moral is pretty low, but let's have a cold beer or 6 around the fire and strategize. We know exactly where he is. It's just heartbreaking when you get a spoor and it goes into that rocky area and you don't know which direction to go. You know, it's tough.
You can't take the spoor up there all.
It's impossible. But let's regroup. Let's get our feet up and let's take it again tomorrow morning.
Well, we've got lots of plans. Let's see if some of them can work.
The morning hours. I think we'll manage to catch up with it today.
Ek gaan kak in sit, jy weet dit.
So.
Okay.
Julle reg?
Ja.
Alright. Julle moet net bietjie nader staan. Moenie bang wees vir mekaar nie. Skoelerig. Alright.
Well, good morning again. Yeah. Like
Yeah. 1, 2.
Well, Koenie, this is now day 9. Really, none of us has thought we're going to be hunting so long.
This is not going to be a hunting episode on our channel. It's going to be a series.
It's a series. So anyway, the good thing about the whole deal is you guys brought me a lot of rain. Since you come, we almost had about 75 to 80 millimeters in the 9 days. So adding that to our story, it actually all adds up. But today's day 9. We finally, it's just about 7 o'clock in the morning. We have a good spoor and we're starting from here. So let's hope today delivers a good lion.
Let's hope today's the day.
And we can see that that spoor is after the rain has fell. So it means it's 1 hour, 1.5 hours ago.
Yeah, like you said, what stopped raining about 5 o'clock?
5:30.
5:30. So it's now 7. So an hour and a half. So we're really on a good spoor.
Yeah. Right.
Well worth following. Let's go.
Let's go.
Kom weer. Herlaai. Sit nog 2 koele of so by. Herlaai weer. Kap hom weer.
Hou net reg, Koena.
Weer kap.
As jy enetjie kry, kap hom.
Moenie vinnig opstaan nie, ek staan bo jou hoor.
Okay. Dit is 'n kak. Yes, but it's reg. Ek het nie lekker geweet waar moet ek hom fucking skiet.
Yes, but that first shot was a sitter.
Ja,
He was down immediately. Well, he didn't go up again.
no. But I just made sure because it's very thick.
Yes, who spotted him? You? Well done, Tim. Yeah, what is it? 17, 18 meters.
Ja. Just under 20.
Was om die doppen. Zo is het.
Hierso waar ons die laaste spoor gesien daar by die buite waar ons daar ons die laaste spoor gesien het, dis net hier gat en ons het by hom verby geloop. Ons reg langs die pad hierdie bos.
Okay, mooi.
Hij is daar.
Dan kan die bakkie kom tot die plek waar ons al oom hier se wille wees gelaai in die pad. Waar die wille wees het.
Hij rijdt al naar 100 kilometer maar.
I think I might have passed 100 kilometers by now.
Ja, was je. I think he was fed up. I think he was.
No, well, you could see there.
Yeah.
He decided running no more. In the thickest bush he could find.
Yeah.
Waited. When I got here, I thought maybe we should go a bit closer, but then I thought if he pick starts up and run again,
Ja.
my patience or my strength are getting low.
But good shot placement. Werner well called as well, eh? In terms of, it was a difficult angle, but you could clearly see where the black mane stopped.
Yeah.
It was lying a little bit away, so you know where you put it in there. I think it was a, it was a sitter, really powerful cartridge you're using. So no, good shooting. Eh?
Thank you.
Kyk hom maar net.
Ja.
Maar ek dink hy
Stamp hom iets op sy bout met jou boot. Hou net jou geweer reg. Well done, buddy.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, Steve.
Great shooting. Great shooting. What an awesome line, eh?
Yeah, no, it's a very nice lion.
Yeah. Check out the size of the length, eh?
Yeah.
Well, Connie, this is the result of 9 days, well, 8.5 days of I don't know. It's the toughest thing I've ever done.
No, me too, definitely. But it was fun.
It was definitely fun and but I mean it's a rewarding feeling
Yeah,
sitting here in
definitely.
this thick bush. I mean, this is where this cat made his last stance and
you know, we won't say he waited for us, but I mean, I think he was fed up running after all this time, and we haven't gotten, you know, to a place where we can say for certain that he has eaten, because we've been pushing him every day, the whole day. So maybe at night time he got lucky and ate something somewhere, but this morning you know, it struck me that maybe you know, his energy levels are also getting low. So, but well done. We're gonna try and get him out of here in one piece, and then set him up for a photo, and we'll meet up with Tini there.
Thank you, Steve.
Well done.
Thanks for making this with me.
It was a great privilege hunting with you. Gaat hom hier langs jou naam vir jou.
Ja.
Okay, get hom.
Ons hy. Hy's gemerk. Ons gaan dit vir lank onthou.
Ja.
Wel. Tot jy daai groot siekte kry. Dat mens vergeet van jullie dan behoort jy dan nie te vergeet.
Koenie, well done.
Thank you, Tini.
Well deserved trophy. 9 days of hunting. I think you really deserve this one. You know, we're always talking about how somebody deserves a trophy and how not. And then you think, well, you don't really deserve it if you get it on the first day, but you really deserve it when you get it on the 4th day. Well, you've been working 9 days. And I think we've had tough conditions, rain and difficult tracking conditions. And well done on a magnificent trophy. I don't think any lion gets much better than this. You know,
No.
This is the ultimate. And it was an ultimate hunt as well.
Definitely.
So, well deserved. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Tini. Thank you for the privilege.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, guys, just from my side, African Sportsman Show, I mean, what a privilege. You know, it would have been a privilege just to hunt with you again, Tini, and with one of my best mates, Koenie, but I mean, to have done it in such a fashion, I mean, I think it's going to be a long time before somebody documents a hunt like this again. So from my side, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tini. Thank you, Stefan, also for coming on me with this hunt. And Tini, thank you for the privilege of hunting a magnificent animal like this here at your property. Thank you very much.
Stefan, Koenie, you guys are very welcome. Like you've experienced before, Stefan. You know, on average, we usually get done within 3 to 5 days with proper tracking and with all the help of the good trackers and so on we have. And this time it took us 9 days. We've had a little bit of weather conditions, but it was a very exciting hunt. We've had some close calls. We've had numerous encounters. We've seen different lions over the past 9 days.
Yeah.
And this was the lion, a very old, big black mane lion we were after, and we finally connected. And good job from Werner and Tielmoor. You guys really did a good job. And thank you for being here, and thank you for hunting with us.
Thanks, Tini.
Thanks, Tini.
Kuni, on conclusion of a 9-day lion hunt here in Limpopo Bushveld, I just want to congratulate you, and from me and Ananya's side, well done. Really, it was one great hunt, Stefan. Yes, we had a good time. It was tough conditions. Thank you for the rain you guys brought anyway. But yes, it was. We had a lot of fun, and congratulations on one of the nicest lions we've ever hunted here in Limpopo.
Definitely one for the books, and definitely one to celebrate, for sure.
Cheers, guys. Well
Cheers.
Thank you very much, guys.
Well done, Kuna.
Thank you, Ananya.
And well done to Warthog Safaris as well.